Welcome back to The Closet, the podcast in the closet hour.
Kind of new and improved. So you may notice a quality change. We got a new mic.
An actual quality change. There's been a few times that I've talked about us having a quality change, and it's not really been present.
Well, basically what happened is we were in the closet a few days ago, and we switched mics because we thought that maybe I was just a little bit more quiet.
Yeah.
So when I heard myself on the good mic and I realized everything still sounded like crap, I was like, you know what? No, we keep promising better quality, and I'm just like, if we record like this, even though we've got the mic switched, it's not going to really be... we're not really delivering. So we went ahead and we waited a few days. We found, what's it called? A snowball?
Well, actually, first I started investigating mics online because we have a real tight budget right now. We're trying to save money for WrestleMania tickets that we have to buy in a couple of weeks for WrestleMania in Dallas in April. But that's one of the reasons we don't have money to really afford a new mic, honestly. To listeners who have a good quality mic and stuff, they'll think this is crazy, but our budget was like $20. We're like, we can't get anything more than $20 right now.
Yeah.
And so I started looking at mics online, and they had some from China and stuff that had good like video reviews and stuff, but they were like $15, and I wasn't too sure about them. You like the pink one. But I ended up finding a guy here in Dallas on Craigslist that was selling a...
Yeah, he lived like
somewhere near us.
Yeah, like really close to us.
Yeah.
Like 5 to 7 minutes.
Yeah, I actually met him in the parking lot yesterday afternoon. In
Kroger's?
Kroger's parking lot, the one we actually shop at. So, but anyway, I found him on Craigslist, and he still had the ad was kind of old, a couple weeks old, and he still had it when I contacted him, and it's a Blue Snowball. For those who know audio equipment, know that Blue is a top brand. And Snowball's it's a pretty good quality. I mean, the Yeti's a little bit better from what I understand.
But I mean, honestly, this is a big improvement.
Oh, yeah.
What we can do is continue to improve. Like, I got really down on myself because once I realized that it was still sounding crappy, I was like, I started crying because I just felt bad that I didn't get him the right setup. But I had no idea. All I did was look at some reviews, and I don't know, I'm starting to think that the reviews that I looked up were for people that were maybe more, I don't know, doing it for something different than what we were trying to do.
Well, I mean, honestly, maybe. I mean, I don't know, but I hinted at the fact that I wanted podcasting equipment for Christmas. I didn't know what I wanted. The things I kind of suggested, I still didn't know really what it was. Like, honestly, I should have asked for a mixer with two XLR ports, but there's only one.
Okay, so explain what an XLR port is.
It's a 3... Well, oh my God. I would like to tell you guys, I just about unplugged my mic to show her what it is. Yeah, I should.
Yeah, it's a port for a mic.
Yeah,
so
essentially, yeah.
One in the XLR dilly, and then we've got the other one in a USB in the computer.
Hashtag XLR dilly.
XLR.
Anyway, we're probably boring most people with the fact that we're talking about mic equipment.
I'm just excited that our quality is going to improve.
Yeah, that's the main thing. We have good quality now, so you could call us new and improved. And here's the other thing. The first 4 episodes that you guys have heard that we've posted so far. We recorded back in May-ish, and it is currently like October 5th?
Yeah, today's October 5th.
So they're pretty old and not current.
But let us explain, because we had some episodes that were
backed up.
Stockpiled.
Yeah.
Right. So what, we had like 4 or 5?
No, we had 8 in total. Yeah.
So wait, 8
or 9 actually.
Are not going to be released?
No, like 4 to 5.
That's what I'm saying. 4 or 5 that have not been released.
Yeah.
But
that's no. Let's correct this. It's not. I'm not saying they're never going to be released.
The quality just sucks.
Yeah, but as I learn how to improve things. So I'm thinking I can, with a better skill set in the future, maybe do something with it. Because some of them are pretty decent, and plus, like the one I recorded with Danny, I would definitely want people to hear that.
Yeah.
So, and Lacey was in one of them when she fell asleep.
Yeah.
Oh boy! Just so you guys know, that episode. I don't know if you guys will get to hear it or not. What I was correcting her about is, I think it'll get released somewhere at some point. But what we've decided now is to stay more current if we can. If I can stay up with the editing schedule, we'll release an episode and try to get it out within a few days after we've recorded it. Usually, it's probably going to go back to Mondays after this release, because that's my day off, and it's easier for me.
Thanks for sticking with us. I mean,
yeah.
I'm still trying to get everything figured out. But what I've realized, like, Scott will be like, "Oh, we've got 2 new listeners today," and that's huge for us.
Yeah,
that's massive. And then when our friends, like, when they give us that feedback, that feedback is what has spawned me realizing that, we need to up the quality. Because you got to think too, like, also during all those beginning episodes, I didn't see it as tangible, but now we've got people listening.
Yeah.
So it makes it more real to me, and I'm like, no, it is not fair to give them that kind of quality.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I don't know. This whole thing has been a learning and a growing process. So
I don't think Steph.
you.
Yeah, thank you. But I honestly don't think Steph ever thought we would get listeners. She just thought we were going to sit in our closet and talk to each other.
I kind of feel like I'm recording for the first time.
Really?
Yeah, I know that sounds weird, but...
So you always felt like you were talking to yourself before?
No, just talking to you.
Well, yeah.
I mean, and I still, like, I'm not going to keep it unnatural. I'm still going to be me and everything, but now I have a whole new level of awareness.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I need to quit saying absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Totes.
That's a sound bite. No, don't say totes.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag fut. Edit. Man, there's going to be a lot of editing. Damn it.
I don't think there is, honestly.
Because let me tell you, after we got to episode 3, 4 kind of improved a little bit, but then your voice dropped further. Okay, in episode 3, it sounded like I was in a sewer recording on Skype to you guys, like, because it was you and Kirsten. That was hard to like let people listen to, because it's like, God, this quality's terrible. But then episode 4, I came up, my quality came better up, but yours wasn't up to par.
Yeah.
And that was our best quality episode thus far, and that's really sucky. So and then when episode 4, I've listened to episode 4 like, I don't know, 50 times now, because I edited it almost completely. But there's like full sections, like for you people who actually listen to us and want to hear the Weekly Confessional as one of our segments, I would have had to cut it completely because we had music bed in the background.
And we're realizing now, like, he learned this all very quickly. And now I feel like I'm just starting to learn it. And I'm like, we have a mixer that doesn't separate the tracks.
Yeah.
So it makes it harder to edit. And I just, like, that's why I feel like I'm recording for the first time. Because I now understand how all this works. And I wasn't
Yeah, for the
interested in understanding it the first time around, to be honest with you. I was more interested as a kind of being like therapy for us. Like,
yeah, and it is.
It is, but now I understand it, and now I'm like, whoa, we have some listeners?
Yeah.
It freaks me out, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah,
So.
I know. It's awesome, actually. And we love that we're getting to actually talk to people. I love it. It's great.
I do too, because then I can talk about the things that are really important to me and things that I can only hope are really important to other people too. So
well, and for me, I put such a effort into building this brand on a daily basis that I want it to be successful. I want people to like it.
Yeah.
Because I think people will. If we the biggest issue we have is just to get it out there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Anyway, so we kind of got off on a tangent, which seems to be our
kind of our trend. Which one of our friends did tell us stop doing that as much.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't like.
Oh no.
Do that,
actually, we've asked for feedback constantly, so we want it.
Keep it coming.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, so what we want to do is we kind of want to do a quick little catch up before we go on to our pitch a fit.
Yeah, this is like think of this as a reset, like a new beginning
reset.
in a way.
That's
yeah.
We're podcasting the Closet Hour 2.0.
Yeah. There you go.
So podcasting the Closet
and
Hour.
To add to that, for people who actually go to the website for the podcast, I've actually changed it up a little bit. I made the latest episode very accessible off to the right, where you can just click it, bring it up. Mm-hmm. The format's changed a little bit, so it's kind of been an overall. I'd say over the last 2 weeks, it's really became an improvement overall to everything that is Podcast in the Closet Hour. So
I would agree.
Yeah. So go ahead. Anything that we'd like to say also for this week, we both came to the table with notes. Stephanie actually wrote out notes. So
I sure did.
Yep. So she's
typed up notes.
Yeah.
Yep. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to do a little catch up from May until now, and the date that we're actually sitting here doing this is October 5th.
Yeah.
So from May until now, the first thing that happened was my birthday, which was in June. Wow, just that really dates it, like how we've not been staying current.
Yeah, our actual
It's insane.
episode 6 was about Melanie Martinez and the pity party and stuff like that.
Okay, so my birthday, I had a pity party, and where that comes from is I'm a really big fan of the artist Melanie Martinez, and I know I've talked about her before, but where I'm going to get a little bit twisted here is it going to be like, oh crap, did I talk about her in episodes that are not going to be put out right now or whatever. So let me just kind of explain who she is. She started out on The Voice. She was on Adam's team. And then she started doing her own thing, and American Horror Story picked her up with her song Carousel and used it for Freak Show season 4.
What if you had to define a genre that she's in? What would you?
There's 2 genres that I really classify her under. It'd be more of pop, but like...
I honestly don't think of her as pop.
Well, like, pop... she's dark pop. Bubble goth. That's really the one that I would personally classify her as bubble goth. Her album that was released is called Crybaby.
Yeah, guys, we can't really define her. Just check out our album.
Oh, it's amazing.
Go to MelanieMartinez.com and you can listen to tracks right there. I mean, just check it out. Go to YouTube, check out a video.
But she has this one song, all leading back to what I was talking about. She has this song called Pity Party. And so, in 2014, my mom died, June 10th. And my birthday's June 24th. And I had the realization that my mom's death day is always going to be 2 weeks before my birthday for the rest of my life. And I'm like, I can't just sit here and keep having a pity party every year. And I was like, fuck, I could do a pity party. And so it was just kind of my fucked up way of dealing with it, but the whole experience was extremely healing. I had some of my best friends there. I mean, I threw the party on a Wednesday, so, I mean, that's a pretty fucking pitiful day to have a party next to Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, it is hump day.
Oh, that's true. Hey.
Hey.
So, anyways, and then I had my friends bring all their stuffed animals, and
you guys need to check out the pity party video on YouTube.
You totally
then you'll understand.
We definitely followed. I wanted to follow a model more of Melanie Martinez style.
You know what's really interesting for me as a person who listens to the other episodes and edits them so I hear them a lot? Mm-hmm. I don't think you've re-listened to episode 4. Mm-mm. It's all about Mother's Day. It's not all about Mother's Day, but parts of it is throughout the episode. Yeah. And you talk about your mother, and you sound... It's interesting that people are going to jump from that to months later now, where you sound...
way more optimistic.
Yeah.
Healed.
You sound healed. That's the word.
I'm still working.
Your heart is healing.
I am. It is healing. I will never forget her. One quote that was recently stated to me from actually one of my Uber riders. That's another thing that has changed.
Yeah, and actually, that's one of the things that got lost in some of the other episodes is we debuted a new segment called Uber Updates, which we'll do here shortly. But to get back on what you were saying.
Yeah, so this Uber rider, we were just conversating, and she said, one of the best quotes I've ever heard is, my mother taught me how to do everything except for live without her. And
wow.
That was
that's
very
deep.
It was very powerful to me because,
yeah.
I mean, I've been doing the very best I can, and I feel myself healing. It's still a work in progress, but it's going along nicely. So my birthday happened, moving right along. The next thing that happened is I started working for Uber because with my health, how it's kind of been lately, the fantastic thing about Uber is if I don't feel good, then I don't have to go to work. Mm-hmm. I am an independent contractor, and the other thing that I like about it is I determine my own level of integrity, which I have a great amount. I don't like to screw people over. It's cool. I like being my own boss.
You don't listen to podcasts. Stephanie is not a podcast listener,
no,
really.
Not at all.
Which is kind of funny. But on most podcasts, they have Uber promotion, and most of the hosts sit there and talk about how Uber's good and how drivers tell them that it's a great company and stuff. You would make a fantastic, what do you call it?
Uber promoter?
Yeah, you hear that, Uber? We need some sponsorship. Anyway.
So started working for Uber. I really like it, and then
you want to give the listeners a little Uber update on some recent rides and.
Well, we could do that here in a minute, but let me finish my little catch up so that way you can do your catch up.
Yes.
Pitch a fit, and you just let me know when we're going to put in the Uber update, and now.
Okay.
Because I already know what I'm going to say. Uber has been crazy awesome. It's crazy. And then most recently what had happened was it was my mom's and my sister's birthday. My sister is on the 17th and my mom is on the 20th.
You've heard Kirsten already, so you kind of already know a little bit about Kirsten, I would imagine. Don't you think?
Yeah, I would say so. She just turned 18 and I am freaked out.
Yeah.
We took her to her club for the first time.
Oh,
crazy.
boy.
Wow. Like, you could just tell she was so out of her element because I'm the one who's like, yeah, dancing, woo, woo, woo. She's like, don't touch me.
Kirsten's like
Talk
me.
to me. Leave me alone. I hate your face.
I really don't. I'm really surprised that she agreed to go to a club for her birthday because she's like me. She's like, just fuck off.
But she also knows that I'm her big sister and I'm just going to make her do whatever.
For her birthday.
Yeah, for her birthday. I mean, like, okay, when she turns 21, yeah, I'm going to take her and we're going to do a bar crawl. She's going to be crawling out of one bar to go into the next. She's going to
Oh, boy.
shots.
Wow.
Now, unless something happens with her health beforehand, because, you know, she's had a few health problems.
Yeah.
You know, that would be the only thing. I'm not going to kill my sister for tradition.
We need to take her to Fremont Street in Vegas for that.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Or go to Bourbon Street.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So, between May and now, and I got 2 new tattoos on my mom's 1-year anniversary of being gone.
Yeah, you actually posted some pictures on our Instagram for that.
I did, yes. They say hope and faith, and they have the AIDS awareness ribbons in them, and the ribbons actually have some of her ashes, so I could keep her with me all the time.
Yeah, and
awesome.
And Kirsten has some to match.
And my sister had the same. Yeah, she was the same one. So.
Yep.
Anyways, there's my ketchup. Do your ketchup, and then we're gonna work on our pitch fits.
But
right?
but where's the mustard?
The mustard.
Ketchup. But don't.
Oh, ha ha ha. Womp,
Yeah.
Womp womp. All right. So what's going on with you personally since May until now? You didn't do notes, did you?
Actually, I did notes, but that section didn't save.
Oh,
this is the first time that's ever happened to me. I always have my notes prepared, but
He does.
really, I mean, there's not a whole lot for me if you really think about it. I have worked a lot, a whole lot. For you guys who don't know, I'm a bakery manager, and it's a lot of work. But I don't know. If I'm not working, I'm working on this podcast.
That's what I was going to say. That's the biggest thing that I think you've done is you've learned so much more than, I mean, think about what you knew when you first.
Sorry, guys.
What was that?
Your mic was muted.
How long had it been muted for?
Not that long.
Are you kidding me?
Just a few seconds.
Oh, God. Back here.
No. It's okay. Because they could pick you up on my mic it's just kind of, we promised sound quality, but we didn't say how long we would have sound quality.
Oh, fantastic. And I was just sitting there saying, oh, why don't you tell them about how much you've learned about, I mean, I guess that,
Actually,
and you wouldn't have known until the very end that my mic had been muted the entire time.
Mooted.
Muted.
The great mooted. For you wrestling fans out there. Hashtag the great mooted.
Oh, Lord. All right.
Actually, I hit a pothole. Now I don't even remember what I was trying to say.
We were talking about things that had happened since May.
Well, I know, but about what just happened.
Hashtag men are stupid. Hashtag men are forgetful.
So are you.
No, I'm not.
Oh my gosh, you are. Let's not even get it off on that tangent. What we were talking about was me working a lot and working on this website and
Learned a lot from it.
Yeah, I have. I've learned a lot. And, I will get into this more in my last minute pitch, but I've been talking to some networks to try to get us a little bit more listeners and be a part of a group that we can contribute with. But
what's the name of them?
Well, I'll talk about it in my last minute pitch.
Oh,
that's going to be my last minute pitch this week.
Okay.
But we. In case you guys haven't noticed, we go into episodes without really telling each other what we have planned because it's not this is not a put on. This is us just having a show between each other, talking.
Just having a conversation.
Yeah, and having fun with it. Mm-hmm. So,
anyways, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm really trying to think of what other stuff has happened to me. I had to change the battery in the smoke alarm because it kept going off. No, I didn't actually change the battery. I took it out because we didn't have a battery.
Our apartment people came and they fixed it.
Yeah, that.
Oh, that's another thing. They fixed our blinds.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, the listeners.
Our bathtub painted.
Our listeners do not want to hear about our home improvements. But I know they don't really want to hear about this either, but we've had Stephanie's street tacos quite a few times since then, and they're still fucking amazing.
Oh, I think I've improved them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Probably
definitely.
Perfect.
Yep.
Oh, and then last night I made some lava cake.
Oh, yeah. Hashtag lava cake.
Hashtag homemade lava cake.
Yeah. But yeah, episode 4, that was one of the things we talked about, was you had just made your first batch of your street tacos.
Which I made them so many times. In fact, for my sister's birthday, that's what she wanted as her birthday dinner. She's like, please make me your tacos. So, yeah. And then actually, it's funny that we're talking about recipes, because after we're done recording, I promised Lacey that I would send her some of my recipes. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's a little bit, pretty much what we've to catch up on. The episodes actually had some more, it had good content besides
the quality. It was really just the quality.
Yeah, because we had some good news segments. We've had some good confessionals. And if I think that we won't ever... No, actually, no. Those confessionals, if those episodes don't ever come out, those confessionals will die with that. Because I don't want it to...
I don't think that's fair.
No, because then it won't be... It'll be fabricated. Our response will not be genuine, and that's the...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
See what I'm saying?
It'll be confessions that we already... Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell you what. If we decide that those episodes will never come out, we'll do an episode where we talk about what, like, this is the stuff you didn't get to see, about confessionals.
Yeah.
Because honestly, guys, we're eventually going to run out of things that we haven't told each other, because I can't think of anything. This one just came to me the other day, but it's hard to think of a confessional now. Don't you agree?
No, not so much. I have to be, like, one of the things I like about doing this podcast is when I do think of a confessional, like, it allows me to go into that reflective place.
Yeah.
Reflection can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing. It could be a funny thing. It could be all kinds of things.
Oh, yeah.
So it puts me in that mindset of, well, okay, have I told anyone about this? Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. And then it winds up spawning other things for me. So I think if we do run out of things like that, I think it'll be a ways down the road.
Yeah. I don't know. I have trouble coming up with stuff. But anyway, before we get to the confessional, I think it's actually time to, now that we've talked about the good things that's happened to us, it's time to pitch a fit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know who should start here. I think I should probably put mine out there, because yours is going to be...
Yeah, go ahead.
Stephanie is going to go off, just so you guys know. You might want to turn down your headsets when she starts.
Yeah, my pitch a fit this week is pretty... Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, go ahead, Scott. What's
All right.
Pitch a fit about, babe?
Well, this pitch a fit is a long time coming, honestly. This thing just fucking drives me up the wall. These kinds of things, okay. and you know this. You know all about my hate for this.
Okay.
I hate when people wear wallet chains without a fucking wallet attached to the fucking chain.
That's what you want to pitch a fit about. Are you serious?
Also, in addition,
okay.
Not just that, I hate when you wear a fucking belt not to hold your pants up. You do not wear belts unless they're there to keep your fucking trousers up upon your hips and your ass.
Okay.
I fucking hate that. I hate when I see people with a fucking poser wallet chain. Oh my god, I just want to go fucking yank it and say, what is it? I'm not yanking their chain. But I want to say, what the fuck are you wearing this for?
Is it safe to say that that's a pet peeve of yours?
Yeah. And the belt thing. That not to hate on the ladies, but that's generally where I see that the most.
Because they're wearing it for fashion.
But it's stupid looking.
Are you talking about the belts that...
I hate to see when a girl is walking and she has one of those belts on, it's just bouncing. I'm like, that's not supposed to fucking bounce. It's supposed to keep your clothing in place. Damn it!
So you don't see it as fashion.
No,
it's
a necessity.
It's a pants aid.
Yes, it's a pants aid. For my daily life, it is a necessity. If there was no belts in my life, people would see my ass crack all the time. You see it enough as it is.
I see his ass crack. If I had a nickel for every time I saw his ass crack, neither one of us would have to work.
Actually, I bet I've seen your ass crack more than you've seen mine.
Oh, what the fuck ever.
Oh, you know it.
No, I wear dresses usually.
Not at home. You walk around naked most of the time.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I walk around in an oversized t-shirt.
Do you have pants on right now?
Yes.
I don't.
I've got basketball shorts on right now. I'm nice and comfy.
Well, I'm nice and comfy in my underwear. So, there.
Okay.
All right. That's... Honestly, those things annoy the fuck out of me.
All right.
There's other things I could pitch a fit about. I just happened to see those pet peeves of mine a few times this week. And I'm like, I just need to vent. So... This is me pitching a fucking fit about fake-ass wallet chains and fake-ass belts. May all your pants fall to the ground. Pants on the ground, hat turned sideways.
That's a song? Or did you make it up?
You've never heard that?
No?
There was this dude that came on... Okay, I'm not getting off on this tangent. There was a dude that came on American Idol, this older dude, that sang a song about people... with their pants hanging down, like with their ass hanging out. It goes something like pants on the ground, hat turned sideways, looking like a fool with your pants on the ground.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, you went off on that tangent.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright, are you ready for me to pitch a fit?
I am.
Okay, so what I'm going to pitch a fit about is something that was last week's news. Okay?
Okay.
But it's more than that to me. I'm pitching a fit about Martin Shkreli.
Oh, yes.
Currently he is the most hated man in fucking America. And the reason that this sticks with me so closely is because what he's done, okay, so let me just start from the beginning here. This is what he's done. He has jacked up the price of a medicine called Daraprim. He's jacked this up from $13.50 per pill to $750 per pill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? $13.50 for one pill, jacked it up to $750
wow.
per pill. And I'm willing to bet that most people know what I'm talking about because he's been all over the news.
Yeah, for people who don't know, it's an AIDS medication.
That's right, and that's what I was about to get to. So this medication was developed in the 1950s. It's a 62-year-old drug, and this drug is used for a rare parasitic infection called toxoplasmosis. And people with weakened immune systems really rely on this, such as AIDS patients. They've also used it for kiddos. They've also used it for pregnant women. Okay? So...
And if you need something to compare that price change to, what comes to my mind in a weird way is imagine that you're paying that roughly around that much for gas, and then it jumps to $700 or even $500. now you cannot function in your life because you cannot drive your vehicle. These people cannot function in their because
they can't live. This is life threatening.
Yeah, it's my.
And this is what So he said, well, the reason for the price jack up is because I'm going to fix this medication. It's going to be new and improved. This fucking medicine's been around for 62 years. The fuck you need to fix it for? It does what it's supposed to do. And I'll tell you this too. Most AIDS medications do not have pleasant side effects.
Yeah.
But the medication still fucking works. So what I'm saying is, if it's not broken, why sit there and fix it? So that way you can just try and cover your own ass and get yourself out of debt when truth came out about it, and he's in some hot water with his hedge fund, which was, I don't know every single one of the details about the hedge fund, but I know it's something that he did in his earlier years, and it's going under. So he's basically trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. That's what he was trying to do. So,
well,
he also stated, there's something else that I want to say about this guy, because I watched an interview with him. This stupid, smug-looking motherfucker, he stated that these changes were necessary to be able to survive in the corporate world. How about this medication is necessary for these people to survive, fucking period?
No kidding.
He wants to talk about being able to survive in the corporate world.
Wow.
What the fuck is he thinking? And then he also says it's hard to explain because so much goes into it. I don't give a fuck about what goes into it on the economic side. What I give a fuck about is both of my parents died of AIDS.
Yeah, and
if they needed that medication, they wouldn't have been able to fucking afford that price markup. There's no way in hell they would have fucking been able to do that.
And if someone is not able to afford that and basically given a death sentence, they are owed a explanation for why. He should be able to explain why those prices go up. He shouldn't just be like, oh,
it's hard to explain because so much goes into it. I mean, I want to see if he can look someone in the eyes who's dying and says, I need this medication to survive. Well, I'm sorry, I need this markup because I need to be able to survive in the corporate world. And then he wants to be like, oh, well, anyone who can't afford this medication, we'll give it to him for free. You fucking lying sack of fucking shit. Kill yourself.
He has said
fucking kill yourself. Seriously.
He has said he'll give it to him for free.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, I'll give it to him," and he's fucking lying.
Oh, he rebutted with this.
I don't even know when he said. I've read so much about this asshole, and I'm.
See, honestly, I intentionally stayed away from this because I knew you were gonna. I knew you were gonna pitch a fit about it.
Yeah.
So you're educating me in a lot of ways. So this guy has since rebutted the things he said. I haven't even seen the interview. I've only heard what you've talked about it. Wow, this guy is a piece of shit.
He really is. And I mean, and here's the other thing is I know a lot of other pharmaceutical companies are doing the exact thing that he's doing. Because that's been something that I've noticed across message boards when people are talking about it.
But are they taking away medication that will cause someone to die, basically, because they don't have it?
Sure. I'm sure, but here's the thing: is he didn't just mark it up a little bit. He didn't take it from $13.50 to $50.
He could have even doubled it and just went to $26. That's twice the amount.
He even had the audacity to say him raising it to the price that he has raised it still isn't enough. What he means to say is it's still not enough for he to fucking pay his debts.
Yeah.
With the trouble that he got in with the fucking hedge fund. I read somewhere that it was something about $65 million lawsuit.
Wow.
So he's in fucking hot water, and that's what he's trying to do. He is a scumbag piece of fucking shit.
He absolutely sounds that way.
So,
wow. Holy crap.
That's what I want to pitch a fit about.
Well, because I'm a big wrestling guy, what if you got to cut a promo right now to Martin Shkreli, what would you say to him directly?
Kill yourself.
That's all you would say?
Kill yourself. You're a horrible piece of shit human being. Kill yourself. Does he know anyone who's died of AIDS? Does he know the struggles that people with AIDS have? Does he know what it looks like to watch someone die from AIDS? Does he know what it looks like to watch your mother die from AIDS? Your father die from AIDS? Did he have a friend who had AIDS?
Highly doubtful.
Know how devastating it is?
Highly doubtful.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
No.
He's a smart-ass, spoiled little bitch. He's like in his early 30s. I think he's 31. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure he's 31.
Hmm.
Kill yourself, Martin Shkreli. That's
Wow.
what I would like to say. And no, I don't feel bad for fucking saying that. I don't care what kind of criticism I get for it. He's a fucking piece of shit. And I do know there's other pharmaceutical companies, you know, doing stuff like this. But this hits so close to my heart. Now, how could I not pay attention to this whole thing? How could I not?
Yeah. It's, yeah, I mean, it is... It was already so prevalent in the social media. For you to not see it and to ignore it would be impossible.
Absolutely fucking impossible.
Yeah.
He's the most hated man in America right now. So, and I hope it stays that way.
Yeah, it should.
Until he fucking does something and makes right what he has done wrong. And don't sit there and say, oh, if they can't afford it, I'll give it to them for free. Don't fucking blow smoke up our asses. Do something. Lower the fucking price. Make it affordable.
What will you say if in 6 months he is giving it to people who can't afford it for free?
If he's giving it to people?
Yeah.
That can't afford it for free?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if that happens.
I don't think it will.
I don't think it will either.
It's unfortunate, but I really don't think it will.
Fly before we see him trying to right what he's done wrong. Honestly.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's time to turn things from this really intenseness to calming things with a little confessional in our weekly confessional.
Because my blood pressure's up a little bit, I think.
No doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to our weekly confessional.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, when I was young, I used to have a fascination with the female form.
What?
Like, I really liked naked ladies.
When you were young, what do you mean by when you were young?
Like, I'm talking like 3rd grade, 4th grade.
And as far as I know, you still like naked ladies.
But I think this is when I first realized that I did like naked women. Now, let me start with what had happened. So, when I was young, I went and I visited my Aunt Rhonda. And I remember she took me to go hang out with her and her friends. And I was sitting there coloring in a coloring book, or I think they were playing cards. I could be wrong. Maybe they were just sitting at the table chit-chatting. But her and my aunt's ex, they both took me to their other lesbian couple friend's house. So we were all, I was just hanging out with them. And I don't remember how it got started, but I remember feeling very comfortable telling my aunt things. I always have been. Mm-hmm. I mean, truly, I've always been able to be myself around my aunt, and I'm very thankful for that. And I remember telling...
You have a really cool aunt.
I really do. Like, that would be a whole nother thing. But my aunt is fucking awesome. She's like the best aunt anyone could ask for.
We should get her on here one day. That would be awesome.
I don't foresee her actually like sitting in our closet for an hour.
Well, maybe we could step out of the closet, or we could Skype with her. Maybe.
Oh no, we'll talk about that.
Anyway, so go ahead. Let's.
And I remember telling her.
I'm really intrigued by this.
I remember telling her that I really did like how pretty women were. And she said, well, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, really? Are you sure? I just remember thinking that the female form in itself was beautiful. Mm-hmm. And right then and there, I drew a naked lady. I drew a naked lady, and I showed it to my aunt, and I said, I think this is pretty. And she said, there's nothing wrong with it. So my aunt has always encouraged me to be a free thinker, to be myself. So
Yeah,
That
because she's...
spawned it and that. But when I went back home, I kept this a secret. And I started, like, obsessively drawing naked women.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
But it goes beyond that.
Oh, no.
My secret was discovered.
By who?
My 3rd grade teacher.
Oh, my gosh.
I had all these drawings of these naked ladies.
Were they of people or just...
Women that I made up. That.
Okay, so nobody you met.
No.
So it wasn't like you drew a naked picture of your teacher and she caught it.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I was just like obsessively drawing naked women. And I don't remember if Miss Pierce, that was her name, I don't remember if she got in trouble for this or not. She scared me so bad I almost pissed myself. She had seen me put a drawing in my desk really quick. She got mad at me because I started crying, and I'm like, no, I don't want to show you what I drew. I don't want to show you. I was hiding this secret. And so what did she do? She took my desk and she threw it.
Your desk?
Yeah, she went fucking crazy on me.
Were you in the desk?
No, I stood up.
Oh.
I stood up and she threw the desk.
Oh,
and
my
so
gosh.
hundreds of pictures of naked women flew out of my desk. Everyone knew my secret. My teacher knew my secret. My schoolmates knew my secret. I was crying my eyes out because, I mean, how embarrassing as a child is that? And I'm like sitting here scrambling to get all these pictures, and she's like, "What's wrong with you?" And I was just, yeah.
Wow.
After that, I don't remember what happened. I don't know if I went home and told my mom. I don't think I did.
She actually said to you, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Wow.
Why did you do this? Why? What? You know, and I was just like, So,
wow.
Yeah, there's my confession. I used to be obsessed over naked ladies. Still kind of am, but now I'm accepting of it. And I don't draw naked pictures of ladies, so, you know. Yeah, there's my confession. Boom.
You know what? Ironically, our confessions kind of have a common thing.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
My confession is when I want to say I was like 13, maybe 12, probably between 12 and 13.
Okay.
I lived back in Mesquite where I grew up. And myself and my friend, he was one of my best friends, we would like bike around and stuff and run around the neighborhood. And they eventually built several houses in this area, but behind where we lived, they had homes that were half built, and they had streets that they had already put out. And we ended up finding a porno tape in a drainage ditch.
Ew.
And at this point, I'd never watched any kind of porn in any form, so I didn't even really know what I had. But we would climb down in the drainage ditches back then and like find stuffed balls and toys and different things. And we found a tape, and it had the paper sleeve on it, a VHS tape for you people who don't know what that is. It's a cassette tape that you put in you put it in your VCR. Yeah. Anyway, so we found this VCR tape, and we were trying to figure out how we were going to watch it because it was dirty and gross and shit. And I don't know how my house and my VCR got elected, but we ended up taking it and trying to watch it in the VCR.
Oh no!
Well, it got stuck.
No.
Oh, it got stuck, and it fucked up the VCR. And my mom's husband at the time got blamed for it.
Oh, so you never told them, hey, that was me.
I'm pretty sure he did, because I didn't really live with my mom at the time. I lived with my grandma.
Uh-huh.
But I'm pretty sure he ended up getting blamed for it.
Boy, how many 12, 13-year-old boys have a confession like that? Probably a lot.
Well, I'm not a 12 or 13-year-old boy now, but...
Well, no, what I'm saying is, like, I'm sure a lot of kids around that age was doing... I mean, they were just learning about, you know...
Yeah, I really didn't know what... I was playing Power Rangers back then. I created my own Power Ranger character.
Oh, wow.
I was the rhinoceros, and my color was gray.
You were, so brooding. I was the gray Power Ranger.
I was the gray rhino.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, that's my confessional. In fact, you made me think of, while you were talking about yours, another thing that it kind of involves that's another little confessional I can throw in there.
Okay.
This is when I was in my 6th grade class. No, 7th grade class. We'd started junior high, myself and my friend. I'd made a new friend then. His name was Brandon. And we at first didn't get along, but we eventually became friends. But anyway, in this history class, I had bought a Playboy. Or someone bought it for me or something, and this is funny. Okay, you guys are not going to believe this because I'm talking about all this porn, but I'm not really a porn guy. I prefer the real thing. Stephanie can tell you that. I truly am. But, so here's the funny thing about it. I bought the Playboy. Yeah, of course I looked at it. It was Sable from WWE. She was the centerfold.
Oh, my God.
And I, of course, looked at it, but I bought it or I didn't buy it. I had someone buy it for me. It might have been
because Sable being in it.
Well, yeah, out of curiosity, but also because I traded him for like, was it comic books or a video game or something?
You must have really wanted this Playboy.
But here's the real kicker of the whole story. We traded in that classroom, right? And I didn't get. No, I was the one getting the Playboy.
Yeah.
No, I thought at first I was trading it to him, but he's the one that got the Playboy. Okay. Let me recap this now that I know what I'm actually talking about. His brother bought a Playboy for him that was the Sable, and I wanted it because she was in the centerfold. So
you traded Brandon.
I traded him something, a game or a toy. I don't know. I really don't know what it was, but I'd already traded it to him, and he brought it to school that day to history class in a folder, and he was getting ready to give it to me, and a history teacher found it.
Oh no!
And he took it away. I don't think he was really harsh on Brandon as far as I can remember, but I never got it.
Oh, wow.
I don't even remember if we ever talked about it again after that. I wish I could remember what the trade was. But maybe I bought it from him? I don't remember, but I almost got a Sable Playboy.
Okay, then.
So there's my double porn action for somebody who's not a porn guy, believe it or not.
Very naked confessionals this week.
Yeah, no kidding. What the hell?
Oh, wow. Okay, so do we want to go ahead and roll right on into What the Fuck News?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're already getting pretty what the fuck, so...
Yeah, right?
Bring it on.
So do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, I found this on Wired.com. Injured by orca. Insurance codes are getting crazy specific.
What?
Okay, listen. So.
The fuck?
Yeah, the Y2K of health insurance is coming. On October 1st, 2015, the entire U.S. healthcare system will switch over to the 10th revision of International Classification of Diseases, which has, ballooned into far more than a classification of diseases. Do you have a cough, a paper cut, a dune buggy injury?
What?
There's a code for that.
So there's a code for orca injuries.
Pretty much.
Oh my god. What's the code?
I know. I mean, look, okay, so if you've ever scrutinized a medical bill, like really scrutinized one, then you've seen these codes. To get reimbursed by insurance companies, doctors' offices have coders who break down every patient interaction into a series of alphanumeric codes.
Transcribers.
Yes, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's always been a cumbersome process to choose from 18,000 codes with ICD-10. That number is ballooning to 140,000.
Wow.
So 18,000 codes as of October, what they say, October 15th?
Yeah.
October 1st.
Yeah, oh yeah, October
it went
1st.
from 18,000 codes to 140,000 codes.
Wow.
And you don't get to...
Transcribers just got a lot more work.
Yeah, no kidding. And you don't get to 140,000 without getting super, super specific about all the ways a human body can go wrong. This manual list is 45 pages of just traffic-related injuries. And then it gets a lot more obscure. Examples? Oh boy, we've got some examples. V95.4, spacecraft incident, injuring occupant. Choose from specific codes for unspecified spacecraft accident injuring occupant.
I've got a code for that. UFO.
Yeah, right.
Spacecraft or space landing.
Spacecraft crash injury occupant. Forced landing of spacecraft injuring occupant. Spacecraft collision injuring occupant. Spacecraft collision with any object. Fixed, movable, or moving. Spacecraft fire injuring occupant. Spacecraft explosion injuring occupant.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay. V86.43.
That covers NASA completely.
Yeah, right. So we got V86.43. Person injured while boarding or alighting from dune buggy. V90.27. Drowning and submersion due to falling or jumping from burning water skis.
What?
Yeah.
How did that get brought up to even have a... oh my god. What the fuck?
W56. Contact with non-venomous marine animals. Choose from bitten, struck, or other contact with dolphin, sea lion, orca, or other non-venomous marine animal. Yes, venomous marine animals belong to another category.
Oh, what's a venomous marine animal? I guess like a stingray?
Yeah, they would be.
Are stingrays venomous?
Yeah, they
okay.
are. All I know
A jellyfish?
Oh, jellyfish. That's what I was thinking of.
But they're not venomous. Anyway.
Anyways, yeah. There are also codes for when an injury occurred. Y93.J1, activity, playing piano. Y93.81, activity, refereeing a sports activity.
Oh, well, I could see that.
Y93.84, activity, sleeping.
You can get hurt while sleeping?
Yes.
Huh?
And where?
Nightmare on Elm Street.
No. Y92.253, opera house as the place of occurrence of the external cause.
What?
Y92.311, squash court as the place of occurrence of the external cause.
Of sleeping.
I don't know if that's of sleeping. These are different places. Like.
Oh, okay.
Y92.113, driveway of children's home and orphanage as the place of occurrence of the external cause. All these obscure codes get a real point, though. ICD-10 gets incredibly granular. A relative common injury, such as a badly healed fracture, could rack up 2,595 different codes. According to the healthcare technology company, Optimum Insight, hospitals and insurance companies have had years of prep for ICD-10, but they're still expecting hiccups. The New York Times reports some hospitals have taken out lines of credit, anticipating the switch will make it harder to get reimbursed in time.
Wow.
Best case scenario, October 1st goes off like the real Y2K, where a lot of planning prevented any major catastrophe. Either way, people are probably going to be dealing with some F43.0, acute stress reaction. So that made me think of like other ones that could exist.
What do you mean, like?
Like, okay, I put injured via bar fight. Injured via video game. And then back to the sleeping one, I guess injured via nightmare.
So you could report to your insurance company that you lost a life in your video game.
Yeah, maybe at this point I have no fucking clue.
Oh my god.
Injured via bathrobe.
I could see that. People like doing autoerotic asphyxiation with it.
Like with the little tie thing?
Yeah.
What are some weird ones that you can think of? That's my what the fuck news, by the way. Yeah, I'm done.
Wow.
I'm just...
Ooh. Injured via possum.
Oh my god.
Injured via clown.
F4, whatever the fuck it was, because that causes stress within me. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
So,
that is pretty what the fuck.
What's your what the fuck news?
All right. So, my what the fuck news, actually, I had trouble deciding between two. So, I might actually do a double doozy on this one, too.
Cool. Let's go for it.
All right. This is from Jenna Arnatuli. She posted on Huffington Post in the weird news section. You might have actually already seen this because I noticed this was like pretty prevalent on the internet the last few days. Mm-hmm. But the title of the article is "Mom, Dad, I'm Dead. Here's my tattoos."
What? No, I did not see this one. Okay.
When you think family heirloom, it's natural to think of Grandpa's pocket watch or Grandma's engagement ring. But what about Uncle Jim's Bugs Bunny tattoo?
Okay.
Sure, it was once on old Jim's calf, but now it can be framed, mounted, and proudly displayed above your fireplace for when you remember him on Christmas Eve.
What?
Yeah, and there's pictures I'll show you later. The National Association of the Preservation of Skin Art, which is NAPSA, launched earlier this month with the aim of helping you pass down your tattoos to your kids, grandkids, and loved ones. It's no longer a morbid dream. You can have your tattoos removed, preserved, and turned into fine art.
That is crazy, but cool.
Yeah, that's what I think about it.
I would totally have taken Mom's Eeyore tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
You know she had an Eeyore tattoo?
Yeah, you told me that.
My mother had an Eeyore smoking pot on her ankle. So, yeah, no, I totally would have taken that. That is so fucking cool.
Hashtag stoner Eeyore.
Yeah. Hashtag Mom's stoner tattoo.
And didn't you tell me she wasn't even a stoner?
Yeah, no, she was definitely not. Like, in her young years, she was, but
okay.
When she got older and she tried to do it, it would paranoid her. Like, she was so paranoid. She would hide under the fucking coffee table and like, Mom.
Oh, I could see your mom doing that.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Anyway, to continue on the article, NAPSA prides itself on saving your legacy and caters to those who don't want to be defined by others, according to its website. And a 9-step guide for how to preserve your skin. Potential Ooh, that's an interesting word. Potential dermabequethers are advertised.
Dermabequethers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know, weird. Bequeathers? I don't know. I'm showing my uneducation is showing. Let me tuck that shit in.
My uneducation is showing. Let me tuck that shit in. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Are advertised to make a profile on the NAPSA site. Essentially, they ask you to write up a tattoo will. After that, NAPSA recommends you tell everyone your plans for your post-humorous skin removal so that when you die, your loved ones won't be totally horrified that you're leaving them your skin.
Yeah.
Then, when you die, your final wish beneficiary has to give NAPSA notice within 18 hours. NAPSA will send over a preservation kit containing instructions and all necessary equipment to recover, temporarily preserve, and safely ship your tattoo to NAPSA, mailed overnight to the recovery provider. In most cases, it's your funeral home. Okay, the way that started it is, I was like, when I first read it, I was like, wait, are they saying that I do that? Like...
Oh, hell no! Hell no!
I'm like,
oh my God, no!
I know.
No.
It wasn't till the end of that sentence. It says, in most cases, your funeral home. So it goes to the provider to take care of it. At first, I read that as like, here's the kit. This is how you preserve your dead loved one's skin.
Hell no! Wow. Oh, so that is some pretty what the fuck news, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
I would do that. Absolutely.
too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any tattoos, but if I ever got one, it would be important to me, and I would love for it to be preserved as art.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's still kind of creepy, but, you know.
To the
It's pretty cool.
to the creepy cool, we're gonna go straight to the really dumb. And it's funny that you brought up stoner and weed in a moment ago, because this article starts with, "We'd probably do things differently next time."
Okay.
It is written by David Moye. It is, and the title is 9-1 Dumb. Woman calls cop to gripe about pot dealer. 911 is not a joke or for a smoke. A Florida man. I'm sorry, it's a woman. A Florida woman who.
Florida. What did I fucking
Oh
tell you?
shit!
Florida.
We're back in Florida again.
I told you. I find the craziest shit in Florida.
And if you're a listener from Florida, I'm sorry. Maybe you're not. Maybe you are. You'll listen.
Sorry, man. Like, I don't know.
Actually, if they're listening to us, they're crazy.
Yeah, well, if they're listening to this, they're probably like, yeah, Florida people are fucking nuts.
Wow. It's Florida again. That's insane.
I told you the craziest ones we find are in fucking Florida.
And there's some episodes that you guys won't hear, but Florida turns up constantly in What the Fuck News. It does.
Yeah, it's a reoccurring
Oh,
thing.
wow. And I didn't even notice it this time when I read this article. Okay. Anyway, back to the article. A Florida woman who allegedly attempted to buy $75 worth of marijuana only to be shorted the full amount decided this was a matter for the authorities.
Oh, wow.
Police in Fort Myers said Aaron Cleach, 36, called 911 on Saturday demanding something to be done about the slipshod sativa sale, according to WFLA TV.
So it was sativa.
She was buying sativa, yeah,
She was buying
that strain.
sativa strand, okay.
Yeah, slipshod sativa.
Okay.
The wheels of justice turned quickly, and when officers arrived, Click was... I called her Cleach a minute ago. It's actually Click. Click was waiting outside, still speaking with dispatchers about being shortchanged on her Chiba.
Oh, my gosh.
After Click told the officers that the dealer inside took her money, she was arrested and put in a patrol car for misusing 911.
No, she wasn't arrested for trying to buy pot or anything.
Well,
she was basically arrested for being stupid.
Actually, officers later found a bag of weed wedged in her seat, according to NBC-2.com, resulting in an additional charge.
Oh, wow. Wow.
She was later released from the Lee County Jail on a $1,000 bond. Authorities told ABC7.com that Click might have avoided the charges if she hadn't called the emergency line. The dealer who Click accused of shortchanging her was not arrested because of insufficient evidence, a police spokesperson told HuffPost. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's great.
That is fantastic.
That is truly what the fuck is wrong with this lady.
Woo.
So there's my double doozy of some. There's my double doobie of some what the fuck news. Oh yeah, that's great.
Great.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead. Let's hit up the last minute pitch.
All right. There's actually two things that I want to do a last minute pitch about. First thing is something I was talking about earlier, but I kind of want to go into a little bit more detail. Melanie Martinez.
Oh yeah.
Go to her website, melaniemartinez.music.com. Yeah, melaniemartinezmusic.com.
What's her Twitter?
Oh, gosh. Little Body, Big Heart, LBBH.
Yeah.
Melanie. So, at LBBH Melanie.
Isn't it Melanie LBBH? Just go on your Twitter app and search Melanie Martinez, and she's the official.
It's LBBH.
Yeah.
Little Body, Big Heart. So, anyways, her album, when did it release? Not too long ago. Like a month ago?
Yeah.
Maybe a month and a half ago?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. Anyways, the album is called Crybaby, and the whole album is fucking fantastic. I have meet and greet tickets for October 12th, House of Blues here in Dallas.
Yeah.
And I can't even say how just fucking stoked I am to meet her. I can't even talk straight. I've written a letter to give her, and I mean, it's ridiculous how much of a fangirl I am. But her music is so different. It's dark, but it's like, for example, she has this song called Milk and Cookies. It is about poisoning someone who did her wrong.
Yeah,
poisoning her boyfriend.
it's kind of dark.
It's way dark.
Yeah.
And the whole album is very centered around like childhood memories.
But also dark on top of that.
Right, like Milk and Cookies.
It's
The one before that is called Tag You're It, and it's basically about being someone being raped
and killed.
And then the next song, which is Milk and Cookies, she poisons and kills that person.
Yeah.
So the album goes in chronological order as well. I mean, it's phenomenal. My favorite song of hers before the album was released was probably Mad Hatter. I love Mad Hatter because I'm such an Alice in Wonderland fan.
Yeah.
But since the album has actually released, I'd have to say my favorite song is called Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's a really good song.
It's amazing. I mean, it's sending a message to little girls. It's like, love who you are. Soft skin's going to, it's just not going to last. It's, embracing yourself. Don't worry about getting boob jobs or puckering up your lips until you suffocate, that's something she says in this.
Yeah, those are exact lyrics.
Yeah, so check it out. That's
I'm going with Stephanie for the meet and greet, and lately I actually haven't listened to her music a whole lot lately, but for some reason I've had Mrs. Potato Head in my head at work pretty much every day.
Oh, such a good
parts
song.
of it anyway. Yeah, she's a great artist.
And she also she's doing music videos for every single one of her songs.
That's really cool.
Which I think is fucking awesome. She's got a few of them out right now, but I'm really excited. I think the music video for Tag You're It is going to be intense. And
oh yeah.
For Milk and Cookies is going to be intense.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So.
Great artist.
And she also has other songs that weren't put on the album. Like, I'm one of those type of fans where I found the shitty versions on YouTube and listened to them.
Yeah.
So, and still knew all the words. My favorite song that she's done that's not on the album is called Birthing Addicts. And it's a very deep song. It's about basically a mother choosing drugs over her child. It's it's an amazing song.
Yeah, it is.
So,
wow.
The other thing that I want to do my last minute pitch about is a game. It is a video game for PlayStation 4. It is exclusive to PlayStation 4, which I thought it was on PS3, but after looking it up a little bit more, I was like, oh shit, it's only on PS4. Anyways, it's called Until Dawn. It came out September this year. No, not September. It came out August 25th of this year.
Yeah.
It's directed by Will Bynes, and the writers were Graham Renwick, Larry Fessenden, and Pete Samuels. There's a whole lot of other people, of course.
Oh yeah, I mean, it takes hundreds to build these kind of games these days.
I know. But anyways, this game is, like I said, it's on PS4. It's a PlayStation exclusive. It is a survival horror game based off of choices, and it incorporates the idea of the butterfly effect. Has multiple endings, and to kind of explain, like, you're a whole group of friends, and you go to this mountain. You go to this cabin in the mountains. It's snowy outside, and all your friends are there for.
It sets
very campy.
The game sets up like, that's what I was going to say, a traditional campy horror movie.
Yeah.
Teenagers in a cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
In a secluded place.
And I think it's really cool, like, how many possible outcomes there are.
Oh yeah.
And
it's
like, there's a way where you can kill everybody off. There's a way that you can save everybody.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about the game, is that when someone dies, the game continues. It keeps going, and it changes so that it's a fluid game.
Yeah, it really is. And to the butterfly effect part, the thing that, just to kind of give an example, at the beginning of the game, when you're kind of doing the tutorial stuff almost, you're given the option if you're going to do practice shooting, like a target practice with a bottle, or if you're going to shoot the squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
If you shoot the squirrel, spoiler alert, if you shoot the squirrel, what happens is it pisses off Mother Nature, basically. And so a bird come and attacks Sam, which leaves a cut on her head. Later on in the game, if you don't press the right button at the right time, Sam falls and opens that wound back up, meaning the killer can find her.
That is so cool.
Blood trail.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, like...
Stephanie is... she knows this game very well.
I really do.
She played the fuck out of it. I played through once and beat it, and I think I finished it with one person dead. Yeah, one person dead.
Yeah.
She has played it a million fucking times. Her and her sister Kirsten, they played the shit out of it.
I've played it to where I've saved half. I've played it to where I've saved all but 2, and I've played it to where I've saved all of them. I still want to play it to where they're all dead.
Yeah, where you just intentionally let everybody die.
Yeah, just like, don't even try and stop them from dying. Just let them go. Just let it go.
That would be funny.
So that's what I wanted to do my last minute pitch.
What you wanted to pitch this week?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
For me, while I have been developing this podcast, the biggest hurdle that I've ran into is getting it out there for people to hear. We share on Facebook, we share on Twitter, but for the most part, our friends and family hear it, and we rely on them to share so people we don't know or are indirectly in contact with hear it and hopefully branch out. But it's been tough. Honestly, it's been really tough. One of the things I came up with was trying to find a group or a network to join, and it would be cross-promotional type thing. And I jumped on Google and I basically searched that exactly, and I stumbled across a network called the AM Podcast Network.
Woo-woo!
Yeah, it's the AM Podcast Network. It's basically like an independent type network, a group of different shows. There's several shows on there. There's the Vince Wild Show, the Full Circle. I wish I could name them all right now, but...
I'm surprised you didn't put more of them in the note.
Yeah, I should have, actually.
That's something... Make a note of it right now. That's what he's going to come back with next week. He's going to have a more full list of the actual names that need to be promoted.
Yeah, because there are some great shows on the network. I'm a recent fan to a lot of the shows. I started listening to them since I discovered the network. But in addition to that, I got in contact with I noticed that the person running it, his name's Adam, was looking for a new show. So I contacted him and had him check out the site and the show. And there's been discussion about us possibly joining the network. I don't know if and when it'll happen. If it does, you guys will be the first people to know. But he has been very helpful, very supportive. I make sure to post our episodes on the community. I go to the community anytime I have questions that I don't understand, and people are very helpful.
Even if the network doesn't want us, we're still happy to be a part of it. To be honest with you, I'm not just saying that. Just to stroke anyone. I'm serious. Just like that exposure is making us more aware of what we need to fix, what we need help with, and it's just overall, it's cool. I don't do as much of the dealings, but Scott reports everything to me. So
it's a great little community. So if you're starting a podcast or want to start one, go there, join the community, sign up for the forums, and they'll help you. It's a great little thing, and I love the AM Podcast Network. And I'm not just saying that. I actually go to the website every day, and
right.
It's fun. It's fun to participate. But basically, that for me this week is to get that name out there and let people know that if you're starting a podcast, there's people that'll help you out. And it has helped me. It's helped me grow.
Whimsy.
Chase your whimsy, absolutely. Grab that opportunity. Don't let someone else take it. You take it. If you have an idea, do it.
That's a little bit of a kind of a mixture of something that Maxwell's told you and Kevin Smith as well. So
it's
kind of putting both of what they've said together. I think that's pretty cool. Do it. It's fun. I mean, what
Yeah.
do you have to lose? Just be yourself. Have fun. Fucking put it out there. Right?
Yeah, for you people who are listening, probably know who Kevin Smith is already, but Maxwell, he's the Brian Maxwell, he's the host of Maxwell's House, and I've actually put feelers out to try to join his little network called Backboardy, and he's going to give us an opportunity, hopefully, to get our name out there, and I think it's really cool. It's cool that people who are succeeding at this are helping out people who really want it and have a passion for it, and I absolutely do. We absolutely do. But it's for me. It's hard to explain because I don't know that there's a lot of people in my situation creating a podcast and starting out like this. But it's been
there's more out there than you even think.
That's true.
I can only imagine. Really think about that.
But I've learned so much about everything, and I've learned how much work it is to build something like this. But you know what? Is either a Stephanie hair or a cat or a cheeseburger hair in my mouth. But I found one there.
What color is it?
I can't see it. We're in rainbow light in the closet under the disco ball. Anyway, so yeah, check out the AM Podcast Network. Like I said, the website is ampodcastnetwork.com. Go check it out. It's well worth the time and the effort to check it out. So it won't cost you anything. So go do it. But I mean I think that's pretty much wraps us up for the.
Well, let's go ahead and put our social networks out there. Go ahead and put that out there.
Oh, and you know what we forgot? You know what, guys? We'll bring this back next week. We'll be a little more prepared for this, but we didn't do the Uber updates.
Oh shit, we sure didn't.
Here,
that's okay.
I'll give you guys a little teaser. This is the little thing bumper I have for her Uber updates. Uber updates. So yeah, that's something to look forward to next week. Stephanie's had quite a few adventures with Uber, and she will be happy to share them with you guys. So yeah, like she said, let's get our social media out there, because in the last few episodes we forgot and had to add it on at the end of the show. So here we are, actually pitching it right out there to you guys. If you want to find us on Twitter, we're at 2 Closet Monsters. That's the @2 spelled out Closet Monsters. And then if you want to find my personal Twitter, it's at Scott Opic. That's SCOTTOPIC. And what about your Twitter?
Mine is at Glittergasm. And to spell that, GLITTERGAAAASM. That is 4 A's. So at Glittergasm.
Ooh boy, Glittergasm.
Our website is www.podcastintheclosethour.com. You can go there for the latest news with us. You can even see our Twitter feed updates there.
Yeah, our photos from Instagram. Speaking of Instagram,
go ahead.
If you want to add us on Instagram, it's at the #2 Monsters in the Closet. We post pictures in and outside of the closet.
Some video.
Yeah, some video. Then also we have a Facebook group you can join. Just search for us on Facebook, Podcast of the Closet Hour. Same thing on YouTube. One of the things that's new to the brand is I've went in and did some really pretty cool enhanced episodes on YouTube. So if you want to watch it and see the little banners and stuff I've done, go to look for us on YouTube. And then of course we are on iTunes every episode we release, and
RSS feed, right?
Yeah, and the RSS feed, of course, yeah. And then if you want to email us, that's real simple. We're at theclosetdwellers@gmail.com.
Yeah, I think that about covers it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
One other thing, guys, email us, get at us somehow, because we want to do a Snapchat. Like, we want our little Snapchat. What would you call it?
I don't know, like little bits.
But we want to have our own Snapchat specifically for our podcast.
Yeah.
For Podcast in the Closet Hour. But we don't know what to call it, because every time we try and put something in there, it seems to not want to fit. So, anyways, get at us with some ideas. Like,
yeah.
What do you think would be a good name for our Snapchat?
Yeah. We are loving the feedback that we've received so far.
Yeah, keep it coming. Good, bad. We want all of it.
Yeah, we can only grow with you guys' help. So we need to hear what you want and what you don't like, and we will evolve. And I think we finally got a decent audio quality that'll get us through for a while. And I think this is a fresh. I think this is
a revamp for us. That's what it is.
This is a revamp.
It truly is Podcast in the Closet 2.0. So
yeah, we are revamped out.
Like, I know I said that earlier, but I just want to say it again. Thank you so freaking much.
Yeah, without your support, without you guys downloading and listening and sharing, there would be
no point in doing this.
Yeah, we would be just sitting in our closet talking for nothing.
Yeah.
So we really, really appreciate it, and we are going to try, like I said at the beginning of the show, we're going to try to stay consistent with this and stay current. So what you hear is what we are currently doing, the lives that we lead. And like I said just a few moments ago, we will come back next week with Stephanie's new segment, the Uber Updates.
Yes, we will.
So look forward to that. We will see you guys next week in the closet. Bye-bye. I present to all of you the winner of the Mouth Breathers of America Award, me. Yay! Not for real, though. With a powerful mic and an attack of allergies, I mouth breathed all over that show. My bad, guys. Next time, I'll just try my best to, not breathe.